Welcome back, you degenerates, to the number one gambling podcast in the world. I'm Billy, and I'm here with my good friend, Mr. Mo Watts, Morgan Watkins. How you doing tonight, my friend?
How are we tonight? It is week one, NFL, Thursday night football. We're sitting here, halftime, live reactions. The Cowboys, they stink. They're terrible. It is kind of fun to watch Dak back there because they're just throwing the ball everywhere, which is pretty sweet when you have Dak and CeeDee Lamb on your fantasy team.
Yeah, I got some shares of CD. I don't have any Dak. I have Mike Evans, who can't seem to catch a ball. But if you read my article back in the day in June, I told everybody to draft Antonio Brown. I got a lot of heat for it on FFD, like in the comment section on YouTube. I want an apology, guys. I want an apology, but I know I'm not gonna get one. I never get one. They're just like, oh, you got lucky. You got lucky for 1 week. I don't want to hear it. But
no one ever acknowledges you until it's the end of time.
Listen,
here's what it is. You know what? What you said at the end of the day. We all know what we say at the end of the day. Let the haters hate. Fuckers hate us because they ain't us.
I went back to go find the kid that told me that I was a lunatic for saying Josh Allen could win MVP last year. No longer has a YouTube account.
Oof.
That's things you hate to see.
Look. That is a tough look.
Yeah,
not two F's look. That's just a tough look.
Yeah, a lot of H's in that. No double F. A lot of H. Oh.
A lot
of. Anyway, while we're watching this game, we both have Bucks -7. So you keep an eye out for me and Morgan sweating this out when it gets close to the fourth quarter. It's halftime currently.
But we're both Bucks -7. I lost my first half bet. Anyone who's looking, I had Bucks first half -5.5. They finished the first half up by 5. That's a real kick in the dick. But what are you gonna do? I also have Bucks over 30.5 team total for the game. That's looking pretty nice right now. A lot of football left to play though. We're only at the half. Tom Brady has as many interceptions in this half as he'll have the entire rest of the season.
Yeah, I thought about taking the first half under tonight, and thank God I didn't because never came close. The over smashed by a mile.
No, this is not the night to take any unders. This was you only bet the overs kind of night. It's too short to bet the under, baby.
Kind of an under first half feel. I felt like it would take a little bit for Dak to get started and whatnot, but I liked the game for the over. I thought the over was pretty. I thought
it was weird.
Kind of low.
It feels weird. Even just watching this game, it feels like an under game. It doesn't feel like these offenses are moving pretty much at will. Like it has a very strange feel.
The MVPs of the game so far are the two punters. They both pinned each other inside the 5.
Mike Dickinson is the punter for. Is it Mike Dickinson Punter for Tampa Bay? He put one right at the 1 yard line on that opening drive. I was like, damn.
I said that's a cover right there.
That was beautiful. Can I get a prop bet on a yards where the punt gets placed at?
In my home fantasy league, I've been begging for us to add punters in because I love punters. Punting is one of the hardest things.
Punting would be electric to have in a fantasy football league. I might direct the punter in the top 10 rounds if that was the case.
Yeah, if you got like inside the 5 is like 10 points, you take Hecker in the first round.
That's just beautiful. It's gonna go. You'll have the short things: McCaffrey, Devontae, Hecker. First round locks. Put it in stone.
That's a fact.
No one ever would have thought to have that sentence before in a million years.
Yeah, that's very, very true. Just a quick PSA. We're going to be switching the NFL show to Tuesdays. It's more of a thing to help you guys out. We want to help you guys get the best possible lines. The NFL is the hardest sport on the planet to handicap. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The bookmakers they set the lines 10 days in advance. There's only 16 games. It's not like college football or basketball where there's a game every other day for college basketball, or there's not 200 games for college football. There's 16 games a week. It's very easy for them to get the correct number. And by the time we record on Thursday, you'll see when we go through the picks that all of my numbers are from weeks ago, and there's no shot you're getting the totals that we have at this point.
That's 7. That's laying 7. Line opened up with the game kicked off. It was 8.5 or 9.
It was at 10 today. It was
It
at
gets
10 at
10.
one point today.
Yeah, we were lucky enough, smart enough. We grabbed it at 7 or 7.5 early in the week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love
Like
that number right now.
Yeah, we're all trying to make money, but we're also trying to help people become better gamblers. We may not be the best gamblers ourselves, but we know how to gamble. We just sometimes
We
feel
think we know
dum-dums.
how to gamble at least.
Yeah, we know how to gamble, but like we're dum-dums. Sometimes
Yeah.
you make mistakes.
Speak for yourself. One of us is a dum-dum.
Listen. Listen.
Some
Listen,
of
you
us
want to
take
go into
14.
it? I'm
Some of
17,
us take
11, and
Ohio
1, and
State.
you're not.
Some of us take Ohio State 14.5. What are we gonna do?
Yeah,
We'll see what happens. There's a college game tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. I got a
Yeah.
lean already, so
Yeah. Listen,
we'll build
guys.
it. We'll build it. We'll see who's there at the end of the year.
We're doing it all for you. At the end of the day, this is all for you. And quick before we get into the picks and whatnot, I will say follow FFD_podcast on Twitter on Sunday morning. I will be live giving out fantasy football information drunk at a bar. It should be a great time. Come by, hang out, have a little pregame drink with me. You know what I'm saying? And I might do a little something. I'm going to Ohio this weekend, going to the Ohio State game. I might do a little something on Saturday on Twitter. A little quick,
For those of
video.
you who are going to be in Columbus watching this and watching Billy live and everything, my man's go-to drink is an old fashioned. You get him an old fashioned at the bar, he'll set your lineup for you. He'll pick everything. Yeah. He'll take care of you. Hook him up with an old fashioned. You're good to go. He might even throw in some free bets out there for you. There's some free picks.
Yeah, I might do like a live video of all my picks. Might do something. I'll figure it out. Check me out. Check out the pregame show for Ohio State. I'm going to try to do my best to get onto the TV, onto the pregame show in the background. I have a great sign coming up. You guys will see it after I make it, and I'll put up a nice post about it. You know what I'm saying?
All-time great quip on this sign. We're pumped.
Yeah. Shout out to Morgan. I'm not going to tell them what it is, Morgan. I don't want to.
No, they have to watch. They got to see. They got to see it themselves. Just know, if you watch it and you see it,
you'll know.
You're in for something good.
You'll know.
You're in for a good one. We're really proud of this.
I was telling my mother, I was like, hey, I'm making a sign for the game. And my brother's in that room. He's like, oh, what is it? I'm like, okay,
You'll know.
You'll know when you see it.
You'll be able to spot us pretty easily.
One last thing. Bet Diagonal is thrilled to be officially sponsored by FanDuel. Use the link that is now below in the description of YouTube. It was not there on Tuesday because of a clerical error with Joe Green. So that was his fault, not our fault. By clicking the link below, you sign up. Legally gambling states, of course, but in all 50 states all 49 for DFS. I don't think it's legal in Nevada. You have everything FanDuel has to offer. If you're interested, click the link, but be sure to sign up on the website and not through the app. It helps them know that we sent you, and it makes this podcast better. Maybe Morgan get a hat that's got the rest of it on it.
I can get more than just a half a hat. Get out of the cheap visor, the Miller Lite sponsored visor, and everything. It's got a little. We did this last year. A little Philly special action inside of it and everything.
I love that thing.
Fucking great visor.
While you're down there clicking that FanDuel link, be sure to click the subscribe button. Be sure to click the like button. It shows us how much you guys are enjoying the show. If you hate it, give us a thumbs down. Let us know. Help us help you. Help us be better at this because we love doing this for you guys. I mean, me and Morgan sitting in Discord all day talking to each other about gambling anyway. So we decided let's just record it.
Our text thread's not, hey, buddy, how you doing today? It's, we're taking this pick. Ride with me on this one right here. Billy sends me the text over today. I got a 10-team parlay. You riding? I'm like, I'm riding, baby. Send it to me. Let's go.
Yep. I love it. I have to finish this road trip parlay I'm going to give out at the end of the show. I'm waiting for one more person. But Morgan, why don't you give us your first pick of the NFL kickoff while I try to get this kid.
And as a little shameless plug and everything, these picks, my 6-pack of picks will be coming out ready for you guys. I'll have it finished for tomorrow. I am looking for just one more good pick that I really want to add into it. 5 picks I am going to speak about are my favorite picks for this upcoming weekend right now. They will all be included with a little bit more detail, a little bit more statistical analysis, analytics with it and everything. Take a look at FFD. You will find the six-pack right there. Might even throw the prop plays up there. We're going to see. Just kind of depends on how free I get, but I will have some prop plays up there. And we'll also get the college football six-pack working in throughout the season. I will work on that one. I probably won't have it up for this week. Unfortunately, we're shooting for week 3. I will get the college football six-pack working as well. But drum roll, please. What we've been waiting for. First pick that I will have for this Sunday's NFL slate, the Green Bay Packers laying 3.5 points to the New Orleans Saints. This game is a 4:25 start in New Orleans, where one legendary quarterback comes in for his swan song, his last go ride with Green Bay, comes into New Orleans to play a team that just lost their legendary quarterback. Fun little thing. I think this Mr. Aaron Rodgers might be playing for New Orleans next season. So this could be a nice little audition to that New Orleans faithful. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to come out. I said it last in our NFC preview. I have a play on the Packers for the Super Bowl. I think that the Packers are geared up to make a good run this year, even though they never help Aaron Rodgers out in the slightest bit. They are returning a very strong team. Their best offensive improvement was the one and only Mr. Randall Cobb coming over from Houston. Maybe if you told me it was 9 years ago, I might be like, oh, Randall Cobb's coming in to help in the slot. Not really. Not too thrilled about it. But this team that is coming back is still a very good team. Like I said, I do believe Aaron Rodgers is going to come out. He is going to put up points. He is going to put up yards. Look for maybe 1 or 2 Devontae Adams touchdowns. Aaron Jones probably gets in there at least once. Last year, the Packers were 14-4 against the spread with an average win margin of 8.3 points per game. This New Orleans team is not as good as it was last year. They lost their best pass rusher in Trey Hendrickson to Cincinnati. Their secondary is getting older. Marshawn Lattimore, in my mind, is actually a bit of an overrated corner. He had a really nice rookie season, but really hasn't been all that special since that point. Their back end with Malcolm Jenkins is getting significantly older. They just don't have that. They also don't have the speed to keep up with a lot of the guys that they have on the Green Bay offense. Give me the Packers, 3.5. Book it. Take it to the bank.
I kind of disagree. I don't hate if it's 3. I on my book it's still 4.5. I'm not touching that game, so I'm not going to shit on it too much. There's a lot of ways that game could go wrong. They're playing down in Jacksonville. It's going to be real, real hot. Aaron Rodgers don't like the hot. He likes cold, cold, cold.
But you can't give the Saints the New Orleans Dome extra bonus. So
you're thinking last year or the year before Drew Brees. This is Jamestown.
I know it's Jamestown. I'm counting 4 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. So
yeah, you're gonna love that.
Give me that field. I'll be good with it all day long. Aaron Jones, 3 touchdowns.
I don't hate it. I don't love it. I'm not touching the game personally. I thought about it, and if it's not, you said you have it at 3.5.
3.5 is where I have.
Yeah. I wouldn't touch the 3.5. I just let myself be happy with what I got. My first pick is going to be the Vikings -3 versus the Bengals. I've had this pick in since July. The line hasn't moved. It's been great. Like, you can still get this now. Might be 3.5, by the half down to 3. The Vikings are 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 week 1 games, and the Bengals are completely incapable of stopping anybody on the run. They can't stop anybody through the air, and you have the young stud in Justin Jefferson. You have the old bull, if you will, in Thielen. Kirk Cousins is one of the best game managers in the NFL. The Vikings shared up the defensive line and Everson Griffin, Patrick Peterson, and the secondary. There's no reason why this game should be -3, but for some reason it is, and I really don't care why, because I'm taking it, and it's probably my favorite bet of the week. One of the two. I have two NFL best bets and then 1 college I absolutely love. We talked about it on Tuesday. That's my first pick. It's as simple as that, and I also will say look for the over in Dalvin Cook rushing yards. If it's anything under 110, I'm taking it.
I like that. I like that play a lot. Vikings is a lean I have also. It's not an official thing yet. But I do very much like that. Like I said, NFC episode, I have the Vikings to win that division. I do like that play a lot. That, like you said, that is a weird number for Vikings, which are a pretty good team. So, hey, if it's there for you, get it now, take it and run. Have some fun. All right, my next pick is going to be the San Francisco 49ers over 26.5 points versus the Lions, a 1 o'clock game in Detroit. 49ers are a real niche pick this year by a lot of people to make some real noise. And I can see a lot of reasons why. I think when you look at them, last year was an abysmal year for them. They had a brutal amount of injuries that hit that team on both sides of the ball. This year, they're coming in significantly healthier. And when you really break it down, they have a lot of guys that they had from that 2019 squad that made a Super Bowl run. That offense in 2019 averaged 29.6 points per game. And you're telling me 26.5 against the Lions, who were the worst defense in football last season, giving up 32.4 points a game. And then over their last 3 games, they gave up 43.3 points per game. The Lions did nothing to improve that team in this past offseason. They jettisoned the majority of their very good players on offense. They didn't have very many good ones on the defensive side of the ball. Matt Patricia's gone, who was a defensive-minded head coach. And granted, he wasn't a very good one, but he's gone. And you bring in Dan Campbell, who's more of an offensive-minded coach. That defense is still going to be very bad. You have a chance with Jimmy G here, where he's looking at a hold off Trey Lance in that offense and keep a job. And when he does lose that job, audition to be a starter in another team and everything. Jimmy G's a pretty good quarterback when he's healthy. He's not bad. He's better. He's the top 15 kind of guy. And he'll put up some numbers, I think, especially against this team. Jeff Okuda's the top corner for Detroit. He's really kind of stunk since he came into the NFL, the 3rd pick out of Ohio State. So I love the 49ers getting 26 for over 26.5. I think they're going to put up at least 31, 32 points in this game.
No, I like that pick a lot, actually. My next pick, it's a double pick. I'm going to have the Jaguars Texans under 44.5. Last time I checked, that's now at 42. That's what I was talking about with the lines moving so much, especially when you get closer and closer to week 1. Oh, there goes the light again, Morgan. There goes the light again.
I don't know what
we're going to rock no light for a minute.
There's something that just happens in this.
No, I know exactly what it is. The cube is not like the cube it came with. I don't know where that is, and like it gets too hot, and
if you see guys, if you see this in because this happens during our episode of the light goes out. If you watch us pre-episode and everything, Billy's mic just cuts out and he just goes mute for about 5 minutes every single pre-episode. He'll be sitting there talking to me, and I'll be like, I don't know what you're saying, dude. I'm sitting here just staying shit, and he's got nothing coming back at me, and we're just looking at each other like 2 idiots who can't figure out how to speak English or something here.
Well,
it's pretty great.
I'm speaking, he can't hear me. I usually just mute him before I even bother because I know he's just full of shit half the time.
Can't bullshit a bullshitter.
Yeah. Anyway, like I was saying, the total was at 44.5. It's no longer there. Trash team versus trash team equals an under. Rookie coach and quarterback versus the worst team and worst roster in probably NFL history. If Urban Meyer had any sense in his tiny little pea brain, like tiny pea brain, he would just run the ball down their throats with James Robinson 35 times in this game. It's literally, that's all you have to do to beat Houston, just run the ball. Houston was dead last in yards allowed per game, yards per carry, and touchdowns per game on the ground. And then you throw in the fact that Tyrod Taylor is incapable of scoring more than 14 points. It seems like an easy under. And I'll also be on the Jags -3 for all those same reasons. As long as Urban Meyer's a half decent coach, that should be it. He didn't get into the end zone, does he?
No, he doesn't get in.
Okay.
Zerline almost misses another field goal though.
Oh, God.
Rest
in peace, Greg the Leg.
Yeah, if you're a Greg Zerline fantasy owner right now, it might be time to look elsewhere already.
Yeah, I mean, fun fact about Greg the Leg. My friendship with former host of the podcast, Mr. Greg Gersh, started with Greg the Leg. He refused to do a fantasy trade with me unless I swapped kickers with him. That involved having Greg the Leg when he was on the Rams. And I said, you know what, dude? I respect the hustle, so therefore I won't do the trade, Greggy. But I do like it. And
Classic Greggy. For those of you who remember Greg, we miss him, we love him. Go follow him at Gersh Greg or at Greg Gersh. I think he maybe has 2 followers still. We've been trying to pump this man's followers up forever.
Oh
I
my
get it.
God.
I get it. Why none of you guys are following? We get it. We understand. Give him a pity like follow. I want to see his followers go up by like 50 in one day, and he freaks out, and then you can all unfollow him right afterwards. It'll be hilarious.
We were trying to find a deal to find the best offer to buy him followers. So he wakes up like 10,000 followers.
Yeah. Yep. We were gonna give him more than us, but shout out to Greggy. We missed the kid. Not as much fun to have. We don't have that extra third chair that we can just rag on consistently. Yeah, now we just go back and forth at each other all the time.
What's your next pick, Mr. Mo Watts?
Next
what do you got for us?
Will be this is going to be almost kind of, hey, I have a duo one, but I'm going overs with my next ones. But I'll hit the first one first. We're going Titans Cardinals over 52.5 points. This is a 1:00 game being played in Tennessee. Everybody remembers it. Most people saw it. Tennessee's defense sucked last year. That is what held them back significantly. Again, they did nothing to improve it really this offseason. They let Adoree Jackson walk away. He signed a big money deal with the New York Giants. They didn't do a ton to bring it. They helped improve the offense. They brought Julio in, which is awesome. That's going to really help this team. Well, it helps me in my over pick. But if we look at the Cardinals side of it first, Kyler Murray and that offense, they averaged 25.6 points per game last season. You might not think that's great. Yeah, it's not the best either. However, quarterbacks entering year 3 is when they tend to really start to take off. Kyler Murray's focus of this entire offseason has been to limit his running and scrambling ability, running out of the pocket, and focusing on his passing and pushing the ball downfield. What does that mean? That's phenomenal news for over bettors when it comes to Cardinals football games. That is what you want to hear. Now he has a second year of familiarity with DeAndre Hopkins, with Christian Kirk, bringing A.J. Green, who, while he's not the A.J. Green he was at this point in his career, he's probably a better receiver than Larry Fitzgerald was as that number 3 guy. Andy Isabella is a very fast number 4 receiver. They have options. They have weapons. James Conner is still a pretty solid running back. Chase Edmonds out of the backfield. I love Chase Edmonds. I think he's an awesome, very underrated third down back. He's a great option for them. I'm really excited to see what the Cardinals offense is going to do. It's really put up or shut up time also for Cliff Kingsbury. He's this huge offensive mind and everything. They got to put up numbers. It's time. They have to. Go to the other side with the Titans. Titans averaged 29.6 points per game last season. Awesome offense. Ryan Tannehill looks like a completely different quarterback than he was in Miami. He looks like an elite quarterback. He's great. They have 2 receivers. Yeah, Adam Gase effect. Yep, that's where Sam Darnold kind of come in this year possibly. We'll see.
Yeah, I think Sam Darnold kind of stinks.
I do too, but maybe we'll see what happens. But you bring in a Hall of Fame receiver in Julio Jones to an already amazing offense with A.J. Brown, who is one of the most underrated receivers in all of football. Derrick Henry is a lock to put up at least 1,500 yards. Probably he's going to lead the league in rushing again. What, you saying?
Please don't say that. I own him in a fantasy league. Please don't say
I'm sorry. Let me knock on wood real quick. I'm sorry. These 2 teams are scoring teams. They're offensively charged teams. 52.5, I think they're going to blow past this number. I think we're looking at 55, 56, pushing even up to the 60-point range, because I just don't think that Titans defense is good enough yet. They had the fewest sacks in the NFL last year with 18 sacks in a 16-game season. That's unbelievable, the fact that that's all you can get. With the fact that Kyler Murray can run around also, it's all lined up for a big over in this game.
No, I actually really like that pick.
I'm terrified right now. I don't like that you're loving all of my picks.
No, the Saints one, the Pats one, I think stinks. But you said you had a side on that. What was the side on that?
Oh no! I misspoke.
Oh, you won a game too soon?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
I do have a lean in that game. I actually am going to lean the Cardinals. I believe it's +3. I am leaning that. Like I said, I'm leaning that way. I'm a Titans guy. I love the Titans. They are my AFC team. When I'm not rocking this Eagles jersey, I am a Titans fan. So we'll see what happens. It's probably not going to be a play. It might be something I play on myself that I'm not going to put on any card or anything because I have no faith in it. Just we'll see.
Yeah, I have a 3-game parlay that has the Titans in it, and I also have the Titans plus -2.5. But like at 3, I'm not going to give that out as any value, and like I'm not crazy confident in it, to be honest with you. I've had it for a few weeks because it's 2.5. I'm like, that's a good number. I'm going to take it. It was a quarter of a unit. So it's a little toss on it. Just get some early action. Get ready to go. I lean the Titans, and that's where I stand on that game. I do like the over a lot, though.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
I
play
like.
it.
I'd love to play the Titans. Like I said, I'm a Titans guy. I love the Titans. They're my number 2 team. So, and they might be my number 1 team sooner or later because the Eagles piss me off every single day. So,
I really hope we're not going to get an Eagles pick this week. I really hope we're not.
Hell no!
Okay.
I have a prop bet that'll come out for that game. Kyle Pitts over receiving yards. Lock it in.
My guy.
Lock it in. The Eagles are historically terrible against tight end, especially athletic tight ends. Kyle Pitts is from Philadelphia, wanted to play for the Eagles. Eagles traded out of pick 6. He wouldn't have made the pick 6 regardless. He is going to light up the Eagles. The Eagles defense sucks. We have nobody who can cover a tight end. Like he's gonna put up a $110 and 2 touchdowns against the Eagles.
That's a wonderful pick. I am almost done writing my DFS article, and Kyle Pitts is a must start. It's the cheapest you're ever going to get him in DFS, and that's the end of the story. He's going to be worth $7.5 grand every single week.
I just traded for Kyle Pitts actually in my Madden franchise. I sold the farm to go get him.
How could you not? Moving on to my next pick. I've got Patriots Dolphins under 45 points. I can show you the screenshot if you need it, if you don't believe, because this is another one. It touched 41.5 today, and then we went back up to 42. This is the easiest under I've seen in so long. Unders in the Patriots' last 6 games are 5-1 during week 1. Unders 9-4 in the Dolphins' last 13 games in week 1. These teams both defensive-minded, not great offenses. I wouldn't say not great; they're just kind of mediocre. You know, you can, like I said, there's a reason why you can't find this number anywhere. All the sharp bettors bet it all the way back down, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, to the point where like if it's at 41, I'd consider taking the over just because the number's so low. But like I said, 2 good defenses, mediocre offenses. Going to be a lot of running the ball, a lot of checking down, a lot of short passes, a lot of time coming off the clock. 2 is not the answer. We all established that. If you listen to any content I do, you know that's how I feel. Mac Jones, a rookie being fed to the Wolves against probably one of the most underrated defenses in the league, in the Dolphins. Nobody gives the Dolphins any respect on D. They were a top 5 defense for most of the year last year. Like I said, this is to me probably the easiest pick on the card. And when it was at 45, there was no doubt in my mind. How do you feel about that one?
Sorry, I have league commissioner rules. I got somebody pitching at me because Greg Zerloin sucks and he can't kick a fucking field goal to save his life.
That's his problem.
That's what I'm saying. It's not my fault that Mike McCarthy throws him out there for a 61-yard kick. You should get punished. That's your own problem. I do like that pick a lot. I agree with you on a lot of that. Those 2 teams, they stink. There's the quarterbacks. You can't trust either of them right now. I like Mac Jones much more than Tua. I think Tua's out of the league in 2 years. 2 for 2, gone. He doesn't have. There's no it factor. I don't think there's really an it factor with either of these quarterbacks, to be honest. I do like Mac Jones a little bit more. I think he's more of the game manager. Mac Jones, I don't know if you think of this, but it reminds me a little bit of Matt Castle when he was with the Patriots and with the Chiefs. I think he's got a little bit of that in him.
I think he's more to it's like the Derek Carr.
I think Derek Carr's too good. Derek Carr's actually a pretty decent quarterback.
I think he's a decent quarterback. I wasn't sure about Mac Jones, and then I was kind of proven wrong. But at the end of the day, there's no weapons there. There's no weapons there I don't like the look on your face.
Dak just threw a pick.
It's just fantasy purposes. I'm like, that's good news.
That's fantasy purposes, isn't it?
That's good news. What are you talking about?
Tough game for me to watch. I have the money bets on one side. I have the money league on the other side. It's a real tough. It's a lose-lose situation, really. No, but I agree with you that also. If it sits at 41.5, I probably would look at the over just because it's such a low number. This is the NFL. Somebody's got to score, right? This isn't like a Penn State Wisconsin game that ends 10-3. If it hits that 44.5, 45.5, I like the under as well. Like it's just they're not talented enough teams. I don't get the love that the Patriots are getting right now. I just don't see it. I hear a lot of people saying the Patriots are a 9, 10, 11 win team. I don't see that happening. I don't know where you think about that.
No.
I think they're an old team. I think they're an old team that's in a changing of the guard kind of situation right now. I don't see Mac Jones leading that team to 10 wins.
No, I mean, I'm sure there's a route there somewhere just because they are the Patriots and it is Bill Belichick, but it's going to be very, very difficult. We talked about it previously. Check out that episode, by the way. It's on YouTube. And then be sure to like and subscribe.
I always like and subscribe. That's what it all comes down to every single time. All right, coming back my direction. Another one. I'm the opposite of you. You're the unders. I'm going to overs for some of these games this week. Chiefs Browns over 54.5 points. This is a 4:25 start in Kansas City. We all know the Chiefs offense. It's arguably, aside from maybe Tampa Bay, it's the most explosive offense in all of football. You have weapons at every level. Tyreek Hill's going to take the top off of you every time Tyreek Hill runs past you. He's not open. All right, Travis Kelce, you're in the middle of the field right now. Oh, Travis Kelce's open. Okay, I got Clyde Edwards-Helaire out of the backfield, who's going to just be running around getting ready to catch some passes. One of the best pass-catching running backs in all of football. Cleveland, on the other side, has a nice offense. It is a ground and pound offense with the best two-headed monster in football that we've seen in a very long time. Both of those running backs easily could put up over 1,000 yards every single season. Baker has looked much better, especially last year. Baker looked pretty good. He is a great play-action pass quarterback. Get him out of the pocket. OBJ coming back healthy. That is going to be really big for them. I also think they're going to figure out this year how to incorporate their tight ends a little bit more. They spent a lot of money on Austin Hooper last year, who really didn't have a huge offensive role for them. And I think they've kind of figured out how to use him and David Njoku together, which is going to be really nice. I think this game's actually going to turn into a bit of a shootout, to be honest. There's a lot of interesting pieces to look at on these two defenses. Cleveland, everyone says, Cleveland has this really good defense. It's strong. There's a lot of new players trying to mesh together. There's a lot of new starters, too. You bring Jadeveon Clowney to come in there. Your number 2 cornerback is going to be Greg Newsome, a first-round pick out of Northwestern. It's never easy to throw a first-round quarterback out there. Corners usually have one of the hardest transitions into the NFL of any position. You're in a tough division already. Now you're going to go up against this offense where Denzel Ward is going to be shadowing Tyreek Hill. I would assume the majority of the game. That means you're leaving Newsome on guys like Demarcus Robinson, Mecole Hardman, speed guys, really quick corners. And Newsome's a good quick corner. Those are different type of guys. He hasn't seen those kind of guys while playing at Northwestern. Big Ten football's not really having those kind of fast guys. They're more running backs, So that's going to be interesting. And then if you go to the other side of the Chiefs, I don't know if this has changed since I wrote my notes and everything. The last I saw, Tyrann Mathieu was in COVID protocol. He might be out for this game. He was listed as questionable last time I saw it. So things might have changed, and they may change by kickoff. But as of right now, that's a huge loss if he's out of there. He is the heart and soul of that defense. When he goes, that defense goes as far. Sorry, touchdown. Watching
Mike Evans,
Gronk.
Fucking Gronk.
Mike Evans, I don't think has a catch yet. If I'm not mistaken,
he's got one. The first catch of the game. That's the last time he's gotten a target.
Oh, that's brutal. It's like him and Zeke. If you're Zeke or Mike Evans owners right now, look elsewhere. This game's not for you. But anyway, one of my favorite stats about this game, and I told Billy this earlier, and he absolutely loves this stat also. 6 straight week ones, the Kansas City Chiefs have hit the over in their games. It's going to be 7 after this week, baby.
Yeah, no, I agree. He didn't really talk me into it. I thought it was a good bet, but I'm now officially on the card. Over 54.5, beautiful numbers. It's gonna be too much scoring. This is gonna be a shootout. As well as being a shootout, I do see the Browns covering 6.5. I was just checking when I was making the parlay. It is now down to 5.5. It dropped a whole point in like an hour. I don't know what that's about. I now have to wait until I get the better number. I was trying to wait till see if I can get a 7. I didn't think I was going to. But regardless, I'll take the Browns plus 5.5. I won't give it out just because I don't think it's a very smart bet. But I personally think the Browns could possibly win this game. I still this should be a 3-point spread. They're giving the Chiefs, because they're at home, they're giving them the 3 points. It really should be a 3-point spread. Both these teams, like you said, they have massive weapons on both sides of the ball, really. I think the Browns' defense is a little bit better than the Chiefs' defense is. But here's the stat why I like the Browns. The Browns 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games as a road underdog. Chiefs 1-4 in the last 5 games as a home favorite. I love it. Give me the Browns.
Not bad. I'm interested. You have piqued my interest.
Listen. I'll be in Ohio. I'll be rooting for the Browns, which I never thought I would do. Things
Browns
happen.
Another one. Browns are getting a lot of Super Bowl buzz for some reason.
Yes, they are. They were very close.
I don't know if I'm that far with the Browns yet, but I think playoff team, yes.
You can add in that it's a Kareem Hunt revenge game, a Baker revenge game for them knocking him out in the playoffs
Kareem
last
Hunt
year.
Is starting in one of my fantasy lineups.
God bless you. That and the over Bucks 6. I'm sorry, not Bucks. I'm so angry at this game at the moment. Even though I'm currently covering, I'm just angry at the game for fantasy football reasons. Browns
plus real quick breaking news: Ravens are going to sign Latavius Murray now.
I already knew that. I knew that a couple hours ago.
Well, you know what? Our viewers didn't know that. So to our viewers, you now know that as well.
Did I tweet it out? I might have tweeted it out. I don't know. Yeah. Breaking news: we have an inside source inside the NFL and NBA, so I kind of get like the trade and signing news a couple hours before. I'm told not to say anything, so take it with what you will. I knew about the Westbrook thing, in like right after the season ended, but legally he couldn't say anything. So anyway, let's get back to it real quick, just because I don't really have too much on the game. I'll also be taking the Raiders money line. I don't know if I'm going to give it out, but I just wanted to talk about it real quick. The Ravens are currently in shambles. They just lost Gus Edwards today, torn ACL. They've already lost J.K. Dobbins, torn ACL. They already lost Justice Hill, torn ACL. And in the same practice as Gus Edwards today, Marcus Peters, probably their best corner, torn ACL. A lot of ACLs.
I just want to see. Yeah, what's that one spoof movie with a kid ACL tear and he gets hit by the bus in the middle of the football field?
Oh, that's the SNL skit.
Yeah, no, it's a movie. It's a movie also that they did. I just want to see that recreated on that Baltimore M&T Bank Stadium field. They're all going to find it. Left and right.
I'll try to find it this week and I'll post it up for you. That was the Peyton Manning in the booth with the Make-A-Wish Foundation kid. He could move all the chains. That thing. Back to the Raiders. I don't really love it, but you have to respect the injuries. They're in shambles. Let's be real. They just signed Le'Veon Bell 2 days ago. He's gonna be the backup running back. They just signed Latavius Murray. Like, I'm a big Tyson Williams fan. I thought that he could have eventually took the job from Gus Edwards, but I told everybody I knew, end of the draft, take him. I own him in three out of my 5 leagues. It's a beautiful thing.
2 out of my 4 leagues.
Yep, you're welcome. This is gonna be the first Raiders game in the brand new stadium, sold out crowd, all black and silver. It's gonna be a beautiful sight. I'm gonna be tuning in for sure because this stadium is gorgeous. I drove past it last time I was in Vegas. It's a beautiful thing. It's really a work of art. There's a reason why the line has been 4.5 already, and now you have the injuries. I took it. I took the money line. When I told you I'm taking it, that's when I took it this morning.
I like it because I remember I told you yesterday I was Ravens. Ravens had been 5 straight years of just blowout wins week 1, and I said Ravens is the play. I did not put that play in yet, and I'm glad I did not because I have flipped as well. I am now with you on Raiders.
Let's go, baby. Let's ride.
It's also I hate the Ravens. They are my least favorite team in the entire NFL. So,
yeah, I don't like them either.
Oh, I know you shouldn't. You're a Steelers fan.
I got shit. I got shit when I did my dynasty draft for taking Lamar Jackson. I'm like, excuse you. He's 24 years old. Excuse you. I like to win money. I'm sorry.
He'll be okay.
Yeah, it'll be all right for the next decade or so. You have any more picks?
I have one more pick. And before I do get to it, I do want to do a little tiny plug. We have one of our guys who actually watches this, my buddy Dustin, who's in a fantasy league with us, or not with me. He is pumped about us with our new FanDuel sponsorship and everything. I just want to shout him out there. He has been listening and watching every one of our podcasts that we have put out. Dustin, my boy, thank you. Thank you for watching us. You like us, subscribe to our stuff. We'll sell out. We will shout you out 100%.
Yeah,
I am
I got
not
a bunch
above
of shout
corporate
outs.
sellouts in the slightest bit.
I got I was surprised that people who I obviously my friends know I do the podcast. I don't expect them to listen to every single podcast. I got the
cricket. He's back.
Oh, my cricket's back? Oh, okay. It's all right. The show's almost over anyway. It's my good luck cricket. They're going to cover now.
That's, like you said, we know people who are watching this every time who are loyal ones. We appreciate all of you. We want you to make sure you do. Even if we don't shout you out, we shout out dummies like Jared all the time and stuff. We bring him on the show and everything, but the ones who are out there who are in here with us from day one, we appreciate you. Anyway, getting back to it. My final pick for right now, like I said, I will have at least one more pick for the 6-pack when I write that. I'm sure I will have more picks on Sunday when I do post my card and everything. But my last definite one I am already locked in on is and I know Billy does not love this pick, so expect to hear a little conjecture here. Rams laying 7.5 to the Bears. The Bears, Bears are in transition. The Bears stink. You're telling me Andy Dalton is coming out here against a defense that is loaded with Aaron Donald, 20 sacks a year. Jalen Ramsey might have 5 picks of Andy Dalton in this one game alone. The Rams have been missing one big thing all these past few years, and that was good quarterback play. Goff was okay. You now add Matt Stafford, who in Detroit was a borderline Hall of Fame quarterback. You come to LA with a great offensive mind. Get out of Detroit. No more paper bags over anybody's head. I don't know if you're shaking your head at me or if you're shaking your head at the cricket.
Oh, it's the cricket.
But you send a Hall of Fame quarterback out to LA where he has great weapons in Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp. This team, Tyler Higbee is an underrated tight end who he will put up numbers with. Matt Stafford has had great success in his career throwing to tight ends. So look at Tyler Higbee to put up some numbers. On the other side, the Bears are very much a team in transition. I said it in my NFC preview. I think Khalil Mack is starting to lose a step. He's going to be slowing down shortly. That Bears team isn't very good. Andy Dalton is not very good anymore. They're not playing Justin Fields. Matt Nagy is the worst coach in the NFL. There's a significant difference between Sean McVay and Matt Nagy. In fact, speaking of Sean McVay, last 2 seasons against conference opponents, Sean McVay-led Rams teams are 16-7-1 against the spread. Give me the Rams laying 7.5 points against the Bears. Also, this is a Sunday night football game in LA. Give me the bright lights of LA, baby.
The new stadium too.
In the SoFi Stadium.
It's just this just kind of just goes back to the Ohio State thing. I tried to talk you out of it before.
God damn it, not this again.
7.5 is the worst possible number you can get. 14.5 is the worst possible number you can get. I think next week, when we get back, I'll talk a little bit about teasers and what football numbers are. You should know what football numbers are: 3, 4, 7, and 10. But for some of you who don't, aka Morgan, teams don't usually win by 8. I just don't have the stats in front of me. I had them pulled up this morning, and then I closed the screen out. But the number of games that are decided between 3 and 4 are 35% in the NFL. It's a lot. It's a lot. Same thing with 7 and 8. It's just, it's not easy to win by 8. To who?
Amari. And Amari is hurt.
Shout out to Mike, real quick, on FFD. If you ever listen to his advice, you lose every single week. He told everybody to sit Amari Cooper this week.
Ooh. I did see that, actually. I saw that on the Instagram page.
I would do no such thing.
That's it. Because is it he who also says play Devontae Smith this week?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure
I like that a lot, though.
I actually don't hate that one, but the play Devontae Smith and sit Amari Cooper, I was like, oh, that's interesting. Let me just say this, though. If Amari Cooper is out, this is great for my CeeDee Lamb Dak Prescott connection.
I love it. That's a great ball.
If Michael Gallup is sitting there on any of the free agent wires, I know he's sitting on my free agent wire right now, take a look and see what just happened. Might be worthwhile picking up. Cedric Wilson also. Pretty nice little fourth receiver Dallas has. Gallup. Oh, I like Michael Gallup. I would have loved to have drafted if I didn't have significant bye week issues with my fantasy football team.
Me and you both.
I have no receivers week 7. We're throwing DJ Baby Chark out there, and that's it.
Oh, man. The FFT podcast is blowing up. Mr. Joe Green said, Amari fucking Cooper, imagine your sit of the week being the highest scoring wide receiver. You hate to see things like that for week
Oh,
one.
man. It's a tough
Oh, he
look.
almost missed that again. Real quick, like I said a couple times, I'm going to Ohio. So I kind of gathered as many of my friends' picks of the week as I can, and this is something we're all going to be riding no matter what. I couldn't get it from Greg because, he never answers anybody. And I couldn't get it from Joe in time. He probably posted it now, but it's too late. I made picks for them. Um, Joe Green, his pick, Vikings money line. My substitute pick for Greg is Iowa State money line. We talked about it last week. We're going to Ohio State money line, no problem. Washington +7 is my pick, is my bet of the week, and Vitor Belfort is fighting Evander Holyfield this weekend. We are throwing in the Vitor Belfort by KO to make the 5-leg parlay plus 1635. If you want to ride with the boys, I'm throwing a couple dollars on. It's nothing crazy, it's not like a unit fucking parlay like you psychopaths usually do. But just a little something for the 5 of us for the weekend to root on all week. So if you want to ride. We'll be riding. That's for damn sure.
I'll be riding. I ride with my boys. We ride together. We die together. Bad boys for life. I will also be throwing my two big plays as well into that. I know I missed the boat a little bit on texting you that later. My 49ers over 26.5. That is one of my lock plays of the week. I will be absolutely putting that in there. I'm also throwing my NC State laying 2.5 play in there as well.
Yeah, I mean, I sent you a 10 gamer before.
Oh, yeah. I already got it locked in. It's already played. I'm all on it.
Whenever I go on vacation or do something like that, I throw in something massive just to have some fun.
Have some fun. Have a little bit of fun.
We went to AC. I threw $5 at a 12-game parlay. I lost in the first 5 minutes. It is what it is.
Shit happens.
I won it back on the blackjack table. We have a good time. Anything else, Morgan?
That's all I got for picks right now. Like I said, I will have the pick six pack coming out. Thinking of plugging different podcasts. Pick six, check them out, guys. Pick six FFD, check us all out everywhere. But I will, like I said, I will have the 6-pack out ready to roll with my editor, Mr. Billy, tomorrow, so that way he can clean up my grammatical errors and everything. We will also get, starting next week, as Billy said at the very beginning, we'll be flipping our schedule around a little bit. Tuesday episodes, we will be talking NFL football and any early week college football games. Thursdays, we will be talking about college football games and any little last things that we might have that we want to sprinkle in. Maybe some golf plays. Hockey season's going to be coming around soon. NBA, college basketball, not too far away anymore.
It's like a month and a half, buddy.
It was 61 days, I think.
Gonzaga, Texas, November 11th.
Speaking of Gonzaga, Mr. Mark Few, Mr. Billy here texted me earlier today.
Just allegedly. I found no proof, but somebody texted me today saying it, and I never found any proof. But apparently Mark Few got a DUI in the middle of Idaho. And he's like, how does that even happen? Where is there? How did anybody know he was there? I'm like, he's got the only car it's worth more than $5,000.
And that was a very valid point. Right now, all that tells me is hammer Gonzaga to win the title. Mark Few's coming out angry.
We're not going to get into that. It's too soon.
Chet Holmgren, NCAA Player of the Year.
Yeah, he's got to gain about 100 pounds.
Yeah, I don't like him anyway, so I have no interest in touching him.
I had a lot of content come out this week. I had last minute pickups for your fantasy teams. I had DFS strategy article come out, especially if you're new and you're just clicking that link for the FanDuel below. I do write a DFS article every single week, giving lineups out, giving advice out. Like, you can either follow my advice, usually win some money, back the Brinks trucks up, like I usually say. Listen, I'm running on fumes, buddy. I've written 30 pages worth of content in the last 48 hours. My schedule got all messed up because I'm going away. Usually my article doesn't come out till Saturday. I can edit yours. We can all. I have a set schedule for NFL season, and the trip I can't wait for, but it's stressed me out. I leave in 5 hours.
Tough look.
Tough look. They hate to see it.
I'm gonna be waiting for work in 5 hours, so we're pretty even.
Yeah, if I don't text you at 4:30 in the morning, call me, wake me up. All right.
All right, I got you. I'll take care of you.
one last thing, my DFS lineup won't be ready until tomorrow. I'm gonna finish it when I'm in Ohio, and I'll post it up for you guys. Like I said, like and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter, Betting Diagonal. Look for me on the pregame show.
Look for the best sign you will ever see.
Yep. Thanks to Morgan. Look for the best sign you will ever see. Shout out to Mike for having the worst sit of the week in FFD history. And then, no, that's about it.
Yes, you can, like Billy said, follow us, like, subscribe, follow us at Betting Diagonal on Twitter, at BillyFFD, at MoWatch26. Come take a look at what we're doing and everything. If you feel like throwing a pity follow out there at Greg Gersh, he is alive still. We do have confirmation that he is alive. So maybe he'll throw out his once every 6 month pick onto his Twitter and everything for him. Because we are getting back into gambling, everyone, if you're new to this as well, take a look back at our Birth of a Degenerate series where we teach our buddy Jared how to gamble and everything, all the ins and outs of gambling. We go through DFS gambling, basic beginner steps of gambling for those of you who are just finding us here and want to learn how to do this, want to be like us one day. You know, you have big dreams and everything. Now I got a dog and a cricket. Man, this is wild. But yeah, that's all we got. Yep.
Real quick, I just want to say, I want everybody from now on in the comment section, give me your best bet of the week. You can give me all the bets, that's fine. But before you do that, give me your number one bet that you're absolutely hammering, that you're putting your max unit play on. I want to see it, and maybe we'll ride. If we like it, we'll ride.
I like that. We'll ride with who we like. So, but that's all we got for this week, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody watching us. Thank you again for stopping in. Also, take a look, check out FanDuel, check out the promo code, check out the link below. He's beating me to it this time. Check out the promo code, the link below, and everything. Make sure you do it from the desktop. Stay off of the app. It'll give you some issues and everything. But until then, degenerates, we'll see you next week.